and a good evening, everybody, and welcome to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, as we get ready for some Tuesday night basketball here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, joined by head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, Brent Dugan, who joined me on Friday. I'm feeling a lot better here, but I think he kind of got that taste of wanting to do a little more color here for us, and we're happy to have him along here as we got a good game here tonight here, Coach, as the Princeville Princes come roaring into town. Winners of 13 in a row. They sit at 17-3 on the season. This is a tough team. Not getting any votes for for any kind of rankings in the state, but I mean, when you win 13 games in a row, you're doing a lot of things right, and the Princes are doing a lot of it right here down the stretch.
You know, I look at the girls' conference the way it was last year. It seemed like from about 7 on up, anyone could beat anyone any given night, and you had the top 3 or 4 having nice records. And same thing now this year, it's kind of reversed. The boys' side has 4 or 5 deep, and they're all like with 2 or 3 or 4 losses. And obviously the Princeville Princes, I'm anxious to see how they're playing, and obviously they've been playing pretty well up to this point in the year.
Absolutely, and again, winners of 13 games in a row. Their last ball game against Midwest Central, where they got the win 53-24. So they are rolling right now. A-Town comes in off of a win on Friday night, which Coach and I got to call kind of pulling away late. It was a scrappy game in the early part of the game, which Coach Link talked a little bit about. Wasn't exactly the happiest of that game still being close early on, because he felt like his team was playing really, really well at that point. And eventually pulled away, got a 22-point win, 72-50. What'd you like on Friday, and what kind of changes do you want to see coming into this ball game here, Coach?
Well, you know, I really thought as the game went along, A-Town did some different things that gave challenges to RW, and I think they're going to have to do much the same tonight and change a few things. It's kind of like being a pitcher. You need to throw a fastball, curveball, changeup, and have your best pitch ready to go most of the night, but also you got to change some defenses and do some things differently. Otherwise, a good team like a Princeville Princes will take advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what kind of changes happen here tonight. So we've seen some changes with the lineups here over the last couple of ball games here for Coach Lincoln's squad. So we'll see what those changes are here in this one. Riker Darst didn't play in the JV game, so that kind of leads me to believe he'll either be starting or he'll be getting some good minutes off the bench here tonight for the A-Town Tornadoes, who come into this one 10-11 on the season, looking to get back to 500. At this point in the season, when you got these home games down the stretch, getting to 500 would be just a real big boost for momentum here for this A-Town squad, who's looking to get hot going down the stretch.
I think you're exactly right, and pretty good crowd here again tonight. Not maybe as big as Friday night's crowd, but obviously a crowd that you want to do some nice things in front of and take that home court advantage and take it to another level and get a W for yourself. And actually, you know, this could be the turning point of your season. Obviously, you won one last Friday night, but it's against a team you should have beat. This team, maybe on paper, is a little bit better than the A-Town team. So, you know, maybe they take that step forward tonight and beat a team they're not supposed to.
Well, we'll see how it all plays out here tonight. Once again, A-Town coming into this one 10-11, but again, getting to 500 would be very big, especially against the Princeville team, who comes in winners of 13 in a row. And a lot of those games have been rather one-sided here as I look at their schedule. They are beating teams like Monmouth rather handily. They beat Galva pretty good. And, I mean, it has just been a very impressive stretch here. The Prince's last loss was against the Illini Bluffs back on December 13th. So they haven't.
That's a while back.
That is a long time without losing a basketball game, for sure. As we're getting ready for the national anthem here, and we'll have that for you and get to the starting lineups here in just a moment as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that I'll be there.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brent Dugan joining us here, head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, coming up here and helping us out here on the boys' side here once again. And we're ready for some basketball here. Once again, Princeville comes into this one winners of their last 13 games in a row, 17-3 on the season. A-Town comes into this one 10-11. We'll see what A-Town can handle here tonight as the starting lineup's about to be announced here for the Princes. Sitting off to our right in the maroon tops, the maroon pants, with the white numbers in trim on the uniforms there as well. Let's see who they have coming out here. They actually got it on the scoreboard here, so I'll tell you who they've got. Number 3, Tucker Sennett makes his way out there. And then the rest of the lineup looks like this. Colin Lowry, number 4. Number 10 is Jake Williams. Number 22 is Caden Blunier. And number 25 is Logan Olszewski. Hopefully I'm saying that last name right there. If I'm not, somebody please.
I'll let you say it. I'll let you say it all night. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
I might butcher it.
That is for sure. But I know I butcher a lot of names here, but thankfully we've got a good comment section that certainly helps us out. Feel free to get into the comment section, by the way, and let me know if I'm screwing anything up. The A-Town Tornadoes side, their starting lineup on the board here as well. They will have, it hasn't been announced yet. They're doing the hype video, but I'll tell you who it is. Jacob Hall making his way out there at the number 0. That'll be number 2, Dre Anderson, also out there. Riker Darst, as I kind of hinted at, he is getting the start here tonight. Been playing good on the JV side, earning his way into the starting lineup on the varsity side. So Riker Darst, number 5, will be in the lineup as well. Colby Hightower, number 11, in the lineup. And then number 35 is the big man, Aiden Stromson. Coach, what do you think of that lineup there for the A-Town side against this Princeville team?
That's a pretty athletic lineup you're putting forth there, the A-Town. And I look at Princeville Princes, and they got a real athletic lineup going out there. Looks like, I know they had a nice football season. Obviously, some of those guys probably played football just by the looks of them. When you got shoulders and muscles like that,
yeah.
Maybe Riker Darst doesn't have that, but what he doesn't have in strength, he'll make up for it. Colby Hightower had a nice Friday night game, and Josh Hall did the same. Jacob Hall, sorry, I said Josh Hall. Jacob Hall had a nice day, and then you got Aiden out there, so need him to be a more physical there in the middle tonight.
Yeah, Aiden kind of struggled a little bit there on Friday against Rova Williamsfield. He had just 5 points and was kind of getting eaten up by Jackson Strom for Rova Williamsfield, who finished that ball game with 24 points. Dre Anderson did have a big ball game, including as well as Jacob Hall did, as you mentioned there, Coach. So a lot of players in double figures, though. 3 players in double figures. That's certainly what Coach Link is going to be looking for here tonight against this Princeville lineup. As we get ready for the opening tip-off here, Aiden Stromson out. He actually wins it against Colin Lowry. And Riker Darst will bring it across the timeline. We're underway here. Good to have you along. Again, feel free to get into the comments. We would love to hear from you here this evening. Should be a good one tonight. A-Town versus Princeville in a little Lincoln Trail Conference action tonight. Jacob Hall, top of the key, gets it. Aiden Stromson, 7:35 to go. A-Town looking to get their first shot. Nice pass inside. Jacob Hall lays that one up and in. A nice find. Jacob Hall wide open underneath the net, Coach.
And that's a nice back cut on Jacob Hall's part, but it's also a nice find by Riker Darst, which, as you mentioned, getting good minutes there at the JV level. Did a nice job there finding the open man.
Just underway here, 7:12 to go. 2-0 our score as the Princes with their opening possession here. Lowry gets it to Jake Williams, number 10. He drives left-handed, turnaround right-handed hook shot. That one no good. Defense there by the A-Town side. Here they come the other way. It's Jacob Hall. He'll stop, get it right side to Riker Darst. Inside pass goes to Aiden Stromson. He'll back down on Lowry. Hand it off. There's Riker Darst. Corner three on the way. That's up and good. Riker Darst, an assist and now a bucket to start this one. All 5 points coming through Riker Darst, one way, shape, or form.
I know Grandma's listening. Anita's out there listening, and I know she has to be a proud grandma right now, and that's definitely a nice-looking shot, a nice-looking start for A-Town. And there's a rebound by Riker Darst, so he's doing it all out there right now.
Filling up the stat sheet. Here comes Hightower the other way, and that one's no good, and the rebound comes out. Princeville will take it the other way. It's 2-on-2, going all the way to the basket. Left-handed layup. That one's up and good. It's Tucker Sennett taking it to the rack. And Princeville gets on the board here. They trail still by 3 here in the early going. 6:05 to go in the opening quarter.
I like Colby Hightower's take there. I mean, the only bad part is they just didn't get back on defense.
Stromson nearly loses the handle. He gets bumped and fouled by Colin Lowry. And when you're dealing with guys, you know, in that bigger side, we saw it in the game on Friday, going in, getting those bigger guys into foul trouble, and it worked against Rova Williamsfield. Do you think that's going to be the same approach here tonight, Coach?
You know, it worked Friday night. You know, don't deter yourself away from stuff that works. You know.
That one tipped out of play. So the first foul here for Princeville, and is on Lowry. His first. 5:52 to go here, opening quarter. Edward Hightower, of course, into our comments, as he frequently is. Appreciate you there, Edward. Rooting for old Colby Hightower.
Oh, nice back cut. Missed him on the back cut.
Gets it right side. Here's Colby Hightower. Looking inside, gets it to Stromson,
Oh,
and the take, right-handed take, lays it up and in. I thought he did too. That one bounced around and got the shooter's touch. 7-2, A-Town with the lead. 5.5 to go here, opening quarter. Right side it goes. Sennett gonna drive inside, left-handed layup, left it short, offensive rebound. Lowry puts it back, no good, but a foul is called. Colin Lowry gonna go to the line where he'll shoot 2 with 5:22 to go here in the opening quarter.
You know why? That's where on defensive side, and I struggle with talking to the girls about this, talking or yelling, whatever way you want to say that. But sometimes when you gamble, you're taking yourself out of the play. Now it's 5-on-4, and that's what happened on that particular play. You got to stay in your mindset is keep everybody in front of you. What you have been doing up to this point, 2.5 minutes in the game, is keeping everybody in front of you. You missed out on the transition points. That ended up being 2 points, and then you gambled on that one. That's giving them 4 points, really.
7-4 our score. Here's Jacob Hall. He'll get a little floater inside. That one's no good. Tipped around, gets his own rebound back. Right-handed layup. That one's no good.
Yeah, I still like that. Being aggressive, missed a shot that Jacob knows he can probably make 9 times out of 10, and very active on the boards there, and it's just one of those things just didn't fall.
Student section pretty loud here tonight as they're trying to root their A-Town side on, as that one out of play. Good defensive play by Riker Darst, nearly coming away with a steal, nearly adding to his stat sheet here, which he's got a basket, an assist, a rebound, almost got a steal there.
Yeah, filling up the little stat sheet.
4:55 to go here, opening quarter. Princeville will bring it back across the timeline. Williams gets it right side. Olszewski. Driving left side, Tucker sending it all the way to the basket. Missed the easy layup. That one tipped around, though. Offensive rebound into the hands of Sennett. Princeville will get another chance. Lowry, cross court, right side, 3 on the way. That one up, it's no good. Good look by Jake Williams. And the rebound comes out. A-Town bringing up the floor. Here's Dre Anderson coming off of that 15-point outing on Friday night. Cross-court pass to Riker Darst. Darst going to drive to the baseline, put up a little floater. That one's no good. A rebound over the back call on Riker Darst. And that'll be the first foul on A-Town here in this ball game. 4:18 to go in the first.
Again, I still like A-Town's mindset. They're just taking it right at the hoop, and Princeville's doing a great job playing defense. But I like, Riker Darst taking the hoop, Colby Hightower's taking the hoop, Jacob Hall's taking the hoop. You got to do that against a pretty aggressive team that's going on out. It's playing defense out there on you.
Trying to maybe draw those fouls as we talked about a moment ago. There's a top of the key 3 on the way. That one missed the rim, no good. Blew near, no good. So Riker Darst will bring it up the floor here. 3:55 to go first quarter. 7-4, A-Town with the early lead. Hightower, cross-court pass to Riker Darst.
That looks like he had a little bit of a
Nice pass. Riker Darst going to cut to the basket. Lays that one up and good. Second basket of the ball game here for Darst.
Nice pass by Jacob Hall. Nice cut by Riker Darst. Good offense here by A-Town.
3:35 to go here in the opening quarter. 9-4. That one out of play. Off the hands of A-Town. Very aggressive here defensively. Fouch will come into the ball game, as well as Lucas Andrews. A couple of shooters for the A-Town side. Riker Darst, some well-deserved rest. Also, Colby Hightower going to check out of the ball game for a little bit.
I know sometimes when you bring up a freshman, and I got the luxury of bringing two freshmen up last year, but sometimes when you do that, you're just hoping those freshmen don't play like freshmen. And obviously, Riker Darst, as you mentioned, he got 3 rebounds.
Whoa!
I think that was the other way. Oh, Mr. Brewington, sir. I might have been arguing that one, Wyatt.
That one tipped out of play, but it hit one of the kids in the student section.
That's all right,
She
buddy.
seems all right.
Go get a free popcorn on us, on the old booster card.
There you go. Left side, it's Colin Lowry as 3:05 to go. Inside, that's tipped, stolen away. 2-on-1 the other way. Nice pass. Lucas Andrews going to run the fast break. Right-handed layup, lay it up and in. 11-4 start for A-Town, and they're loving it here at A-Town High School. 2:57 to go. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team. Brent Dugan joining us here as well, doing a little color commentary as he did on Friday. We appreciate him joining us here this evening. A-Town girls coming off of a win last night. Kind of a dragging out, ugly kind of ball game there, Coach. But, hey, a win's a win. You'll take it if you can get it. And A-Town getting off to a fast start here tonight. Be a good couple of nights here if they can pull this one off
sure
tonight.
Would. You know, it'd be, 4 in a row here just for the what you guys are covering with the girls winning last Wednesday. And then, or was that last Monday? Last Monday here.
Monday, yeah.
I like A-Town switching up the defense here. Wyatt, I mean, it came out in a 1-2-2 trap, and now they're staying looks like a 1-2-2 type of defense. I like that.
11-4, A-Town with the lead. Showing that 1-2-2, as Coach mentioned here.
Aiden got to cover that.
Into the corner, a 3 on the way. That one rattles home, and a much-needed basket for Tucker Sennett. As Sennett gets that one to go. He's got 5 here in the ball game.
Jacob
Quickly
Hall.
the other way. Jacob Hall gets that one to go.
Good look by Dre Anderson there. I like that look, looking ahead and keeping your head up as a guard. That's really good to see.
13-7 our score. Good back-and-forth action. A 3 from the corner. That one's up and good. Logan Olszewski gets that one to go. And it's down to a 3-point ball game. The Princes.
They're in a little bit of a zone now. Both teams changed defenses there.
Fouch gets it left side. Dre Anderson back to Fouch.
My guess is Princeville's in like a little bit more of a matchup.
That one inside, goes to Aiden Robinson. Now back outside, that one intercepted. Nice play by Jake Williams. He's going to go all the way to the basket. They're going to call a foul on the floor. Basket's not going to count. Princeville will have the possession, and it'll be a foul on A-Town as they pick up their 3rd foul here in this quarter.
Well, and what I tell the girls, and again, that's, basketball, I didn't invent it, and nor did I'm going to claim that I invented it, but you pick up your dribble on the offensive side, you limit, obviously, a lot of options, and I felt like Aiden Strumpson didn't have a reason to necessarily pick up his dribble there, and then when he did, he just got a little bit stressed out and ended up making a bad turnover there.
Minute and a half to go here, opening quarter. Still a 3-point lead for A-Town. They hand it off. Tucker Sennett, 5 points for him. He's going to go right-handed layup. Banks that one off the backboard. Up and good. Sennett off to a hot start. It's 13-12. Back to a 1-point ball game. Here come the Princes. They're on a little 5-0 burst here. As going left side, swings it back out. Here's Riker Darst back on the floor. Now gets it to Andrews.
Got to get in the middle of that defense.
Inside pass, that one tried to go to Aiden Stromson. It's picked and stolen away. Then that one's intercepted by Jacob Hall. Inside, offensive foul called. Offensive foul on Jacob Hall.
I think if he just takes the 5-foot jump shot, he's going to be successful there. I just trying to get to the rim all the time isn't always something you need to do. That 5-foot jump shot's just as effective.
50 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Princeville with a chance to get their first lead here in this ball game. A-Town's led the entire way. Biggest lead they had was 5 here in the quarter, as that one nearly lost out of bounds, but Jake Williams comes away with it. 35 seconds to go. Princeville moving left side. Williams goes all the way to the basket, tried to bank that one in, no good. Rebound, Aiden Stromson comes away with it. A-Town with a chance to extend their lead. Hands it off. Fouch thought about it right side. 20 seconds to go. Fouch will hand it off to Riker Darst. He's had a good first quarter. 5 points for him. 12 seconds left to Fouch. Now 10 seconds. Fouch will move up top, picks up his dribble, gets it to Andrews. 6 seconds. Up top, back to Darst. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Left-handed layup. That one's no good. Tried to tip it back up. No good. A good effort by Jacob Hall, and that'll end the first quarter of action. What a ball game, though. 13-12 our score. A-Town with a 1-point lead. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Six turnovers.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team. Brent Dugan joining me here as well this evening. And coach, high-paced action here in this one. 13-12 after 1 quarter of basketball here, and a little back and forth. A-Town would get out in front, and Princeville would go on a run. And this is the kind of game you look for here as we're coming down the stretch in the season.
Well, and you know, you got to like A-Town coming out of the chute, got an 11-4 lead, and then Princeville called timeout, switched a little bit of defense there, and then since then they've been on an 8-2 run. So a little game of runs here, but see how this game settles in here in the second quarter.
Princeville with the basketball, chance to get their first lead here in the ball game. Again, A-Town's biggest lead was 7. I said it was 5 earlier, but that was my bad. Inside pass, going to the basket, right hand, that's up and good. As that is Elijah Christensen getting that basket to go. And Princeville's in front now, 14-13.
Nice pass
that
by
pass
Riker Darst.
Inside, nice look. It's up and good. Jacob Hall with 6 points.
Yeah, Jacob was kind of signaling, hey, throw it up there, I'll go get it.
Here's a right wing 3 on the way. That one up and good. It's Logan Olszewski. He's got 2 of them there. And the lead is now up to 2, biggest it's been so far for the Princes. 17-15, 1 minute in to the second quarter as that one's thrown away. A little miscommunication between Hall and Andrews.
I like that release. What did you say his name?
Which one?
Last one to hit the 3 was
Olszewski.
Olszewski. I like his release. He had a nice little release, and like you said, he hit the baseline 3 over here in the corner, and then hit that shot. Keep an eye on him if he keeps shooting like that.
Driving in is Christensen. That one blocked away by Riker Darst. As he tried to come away with it, battle for the basketball. Princeville comes away with it. Left wing 3 on the way, off the back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Tucker Sennett going to go inside, get a nice look, and lay it up and in. Tucker Sennett, 9 points for him, and the lead quickly grows to 4 for Princeville. It's been a good run for them as it's a 6-2 run, as that is a timeout called. We got a 30-second timeout here for A-Town. And Coach, what are you telling A-Town on the A-Town side? What are you telling your team when you're in the middle of a run like this from Princeville over the last few minutes?
Well, offensively, they changed the defense, and Princeville's obviously seeing that they're having problems with identifying the cavities or the places to attack. I said, you got to be like a dentist. You got to find those cavities. And A-Town's got to find the middle of their defense, look opposite right off the bat, and I think those passes will be there. Just like when Riker Darst drove a little bit of that cavity and then threw the backside to Jacob Hall. You got to look for those opportunities on the backside of this kind of defense, a little bit of amoeba defense. Defensively, keep doing what you're doing, but I see lack of communication breakdowns. So if you just communicate a little bit better, I think you'd be better off. Get the ball in the middle, guys. Get the ball in the middle.
It's a 15-4 run here for Princeville after the timeout. Both teams have used a timeout here in this ball game. I'll put that on the scoreboard there. Fouch gets it into the corner. Here's Dre Anderson.
There it is, right
nice
there.
pass to Jacob Hall inside. Puts that one up. No good. Offensive rebound, though, to Riker Darst, right wing. Fouch thought about it. He'll drive inside instead. Gets the almost got the basket, but he gets the foul called at least, is what I meant to say. And he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
And that's exactly what my point was, is Jacob Hall got a nice shot, 5-foot jumper right there in the middle of the defense, and then that's what Fouch did, drove that middle of that defense. And their coach is over here saying, we have to keep them out of the middle. I just not reading his voice or reading his lips, but obviously that's what he's talking about to number 21 out there.
First foul of the ball game on Logan Olszewski. First free throw in for Alex Fouch. And the lead down to 3 for Princeville. Stromson will check out of the ball game.
We saw this the other night in the third quarter. Coach Link went to the smaller lineup. You had basically Fouch at your 4 position, and you got Jacob Hall as your 5. Very small lineup.
Hightower's in the game as well.
Hightower and then Dre Anderson. Not a lot of height out there, but you got a lot of guys that can move very well without the, as far as defensive rotations, which you got. That's the breakdowns right now. You got to rotate better.
Jack Lead at number 21 into the ball game for Princeville. Tucker Sennett, that one stripped, stolen away. Nice play by Alex Fouch.
Oh, hit the backside.
Fouch
Ooh.
driving, still with the basketball. He'll drive all the way to the basket. He'll miss the layup. Tucker Sennett comes away with it. 5.5 to go, taking it all the way. Here's Sennett going to the basket. Somehow gets that one to go. Tucker Sennett having himself a day. He leads all scorers here with 11 points. Princeville back up by 4. 5:15 to go, second quarter. Fouch gets it. There's a deep left wing 3. That one off the rim, no good. Battling around. Jacob Hall
Good job, Jacob.
comes away with that one. Stripped though. Fouch gets it. He'll step back, shoot a 3, top of the key, and he missed the rim. Hightower tries to save it, but intercepted by Sennett. Then Princeville overthrows. They save it in play. What a play. Olszewski comes away with it. Back to Sennett. Tried to look inside, and he hit it off the back of the rim.
I tell you what, Sennett, I would just tell him to keep driving
There's
the basket.
Fouch, corner 3. That's his spot, and that's up and good. Alex Fouch, his first field goal of the ball game. Back to a 1-point game. That's his spot there in the corner. He can shoot it from really anywhere on the floor, but he really likes those corners there, Coach.
Yeah, but that transition 3, that he has a nice knockdown shot anyway, but that transition 3 is big.
Tried to get an answer as Princeville, as that one's no good. Offensive rebound into the hands of Princeville, up and under. Jake Williams, his first basket of the ball game. It's 23-20. Princeville with a 3-point lead. 4:08 to go here in the second quarter.
I know there's no over the back call. I do know that, but same token, that looked like there's a little bit of a push in the back there, and Jacob Hall lost the ball, but can't turn the ball over there, Colby.
As that one goes up top, Jake Williams with it here. 3:50 to go here, second quarter. Williams, free throw line. Driving in, left side. He'll put it up off the rim. No good. Rebound, Jacob Hall comes away with it. Bringing it up the floor. Here's Fouch, right wing. He's thinking about it. He's going to. Nice pass! That one, left-handed layup up and good. Colby Hightower, his first basket of the game. A-Town back to within 1. What a fine little turnaround shot. That one, Tucker Sennett gets that one to rattle home. Boy, that shooter's touch for Sennett has been great tonight.
He's got 13 already.
13 here in the first half. Off to a hot start indeed. Driving, Fouch kicks it out. Dre Anderson, open corner 3 for the tie. That one's off the rim, no good. And the rebound, 3:10 to go. Here comes Princeville, 2-on-2 the other way. All the way to the basket, Jake Williams.
Yes.
Offensive foul is called. Jake Williams going to pick up the foul. That'll be Princeville's second here in the quarter.
You're not another timeout by Princeville.
Timeout called by Princeville. They want to talk it over. We got a ball game here, Coach. 25-22. We'll take a break. Back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brent Dugan joining me here, head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, as we are here in the second quarter. 25-22 the score. Princeville with a 3-point lead. Great back and forth action here all throughout this quarter, coach. And timeout called by Princeville. These are going to be an important 3 minutes as we go into the half here. Which team can take momentum going into that time off there?
Yeah, exactly. And I would say both teams are probably pleased with a few things that our coaches would be pleased with what's going on. There's probably some obviously early timeouts that they're not pleased with. And as of right now, I think A-Town's still trying to figure out what's going on here. They didn't make a substitution there. There we go.
Jacob Hall was on the floor and had to check off the floor. Right side, it's Fouch. Under 3 minutes to go here in the opening half. Fouch gets it, Aiden Stromson up top. Swings it right side to Darst. Now back to Dre Anderson. He'll drive, kicks it out. Alex Fouch, corner three. That's his spot. He's got another one, and we're tied.
Tie ball game.
Fouch, another corner three. We're tied at 25. 2:35 to go.
And then what I like is Dre Anderson drove the ball, right in the cavity and kicked it outside. Like you said, when Fouch sets his feet, he's kind of like Haley Redding on the girls' side. They set their feet, they look pretty good. The release is always good on those two shots.
Driving in is Williams. That one no good. Williams gets his own rebound back. Top of the key. There's a three on the way. Olszewski. That's no good. Rebound Riker Darst.
Good to see him miss one there.
2:12 to go here. Up top, Darst gets it left side to Anderson. Anderson with it. He'll hand it off right side. Trey Keenan into the game, getting some playing time. He had a good JV matchup here tonight. 19 points in that JV match. An inside pass goes to Stromson. Puts that one up and in and back in front. The A-Town Tornadoes lead at 27-25. 1:45 to go here in the half.
Anytime you have two straight line passes against a zone, that's going to be usually a successful.
Oh, that one intercepted. Riker Darst 2-on-2 the other way. He's going to go all the way to the basket. That one no good. Offensive rebound. Keenan puts it back up and in.
Two freshmen there. Nice job of rotating by Riker Darst there. And then Trey getting down there and cleaning up Riker's layup there. And I thought there was a little bit of contact on there, Wyatt, but
I thought I heard a whistle, to be honest with
too.
you. Jake Williams. Oh, that one from the free throw line. That was beautiful. Jake Williams gets a big answer there. That ends a 6-0 run. Actually, that was a 7-0 run for A-Town to get their lead. 2-point lead here with 1 minute to go here in the half. Here's Dre Anderson. He'll hand it off to Keenan. Keenan moves left side. The double team comes out on him. Gets it to Anderson. Driving inside, Anderson a little up and under. That one no good. Tipped out. It's taken away by Williams. 43 seconds to go. Fouch slowing down that fast break there, getting his hand on that ball there for a minute. 35 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Williams, free throw line. Thought about it, thought twice about it. Kicks it out to Olszewski. 25 seconds to go. Up top, it's Sennett. Tucker Sennett back near the logo. They'll reset. 20 seconds to go. Sennett drives right side. Driving all the way to the basket. Missed the layup. Aiden Stromson gets the rebound. 13 seconds left.
Might have went too soon there.
Here comes Riker Darst. Kicks it. Corner three on the way. Dre Anderson. That's up and good. Big three, Dre Anderson. A 5-point lead for A-Town. 1 second left at the buzzer. That one no good. It wouldn't have counted anyway. 32-27, A-Town with the lead. A 5-point lead for A-Town. The first three of the ball game for Dre Anderson. What a half, Coach.
That is a nice half. And honestly, you got to like the rotations he put in there, especially at the end. Trey had a nice job of following up on that. And actually, defense was pretty good on Sennett there towards the end.
So that'll take us to the half. We'll hear from our friends at MDH as they will chat with us here for a little bit. Dwayne sitting down with them. They're our title sponsor here at TSSR. We got a ball game, folks. Princeville comes in winners of 13 in a row, and they trail by 5. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
All right, well, we're here with Bill Murdoch, and this is the second year in a row, Bill, that I've talked to you.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably unfortunately for you. I think you might have been the most talked about interview of all of our MDH interviews last year, though.
I don't know whether I need to be proud of that or ashamed of that. I don't know which one to go with.
Maybe both. I don't know.
Probably.
The thing that I find comical is I gave you a hard time last year. As I said, because man, you're way up the ladder. You know, you're a high-end employee for me to be talking to, and you're even higher up the road now than you were last year.
Yeah. Yes. Last year when we spoke, I was the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, and since then I've been in the CEO role, Chief Executive Officer here at the hospital for about 8 months now.
Well, not to toot your horn, but everything I hear is good coming out of MDH since you've taken over. So, what was your mindset when you stepped into that role, and what do you see MDH doing here?
Well, I've never had aspirations to be a CEO of a hospital, but we have a great team here, and I just felt it was that time in my career to step in and take over and see how it goes. We have a great team here at MDH, very proud of everybody. They're very passionate and have a lot of pride in the organization. So it just made that job so much easier for me to step into my new role.
Yeah, it's easy to work with people who want to do a good job, isn't it? And it seems like everybody I talk to here is that kind of person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's engaged, and they want to do well, and they want to succeed. And we want them to succeed here at the organization.
I think MDH has always had a pretty good name in the area. What are you trying to do for MDH to even step that up a little bit more?
Right. So Pat Osterman and myself, we've done a lot of community relationship building, reaching out to the community leaders, reaching out to our competitors to see how we can work together better be a stronger organization overall.
Yeah, strong organization, and you guys continue to add pieces and parts. You've expanded to Monmouth. We talked a little bit about that with your urgent care and physical therapy. The pharmacy is looking really nice right now.
Right, and it's ready to come online. The construction's finishing up this week, and then next step is to get the certifications, inspections going. So we should be open for business later at the end of this year or first part of January.
So we mentioned last year you're relatively local to the McDonough County area. So you're one of the first CEOs that I remember that's local to McDonough. You have like a foothold in the area. Does that make this job, not that being CEO of any company doesn't have meaning, but does it mean a little more for you because you are from here?
It does, and it helps. I think it builds trust because they know I'm local. I'll have that connection with the community. Yes, my mother owns farmland south of town. My father-in-law owns farmland here. My wife's a bomber. She's a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck. We got kids that are leathernecks too. So I feel like we have a lot of fabric in the community to take this organization to the next level.
Well, we're going to keep the interview shorter, but I cannot get done with this interview without asking if you got any deer last year.
I did. Actually, yes, I did. And as we talked last year, too, I participate Hunters for the Hungry, where we donate our harvest, and I did that last year. So, yes, I was successful.
So you spend a lot of time at MDH and helping people, and then you're helping people when you're at home, too.
Try to. That's a little different. You know, you're by yourself, and sometimes that's good to decompress and do all that. But, yeah, no, it works out well.
So what's been the biggest surprise? You never had any ideas of wanting to be CEO. What's been the biggest surprise so far since you've taken a job?
Oh, I think just the loyalty our staff has for the organization. They want it to do well, and I think with that support has made this job so much better for me.
Well, Bill, I appreciate you talking to me. It's always fun getting to talk to you, so hopefully we'll do it again next year, and we'll have new big things to talk about from MDH.
Let's plan on it, and thank you for your time and having me on again this year after last year.
Hey, not a problem. Like I said, you were the biggest fan, I think, supported video of all of them. So we'll see if you can continue that. Maybe I should give an award.
You think?
I think we should come up with an award.
Okay, you work on that.
Okay,
then we'll talk about it.
Okay, I'll do that. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brent Dugan joining me here this evening, the head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team. Kind enough to join us here once again, doing a little color commentary. And, boy, we're having some fun here, Coach. We've had a couple of good games. Friday night was a good one for us. And then here tonight, Princeville comes in, winners of 13 games in a row. Their last loss was back on December 13th. And right now, A-Town, the home squad, currently with a 5-point lead, 32-27, as we play 2 quarters of basketball.
Well, and as the old coaching cliche is, you never win games up until halftime. You win games after halftime. So we'll wait and see how this unfolds. But, you know, I like the way A-Town came out, and they made some changes with their lineup there and kind of adapted to a couple of the changes that Princeville made and really kind of fallen into a nice little pattern there of passing the basketball, and they were tough on defense. You and I talked about how they went a little bit small there about midway through or first part of the third quarter, and when they did that, they got nice pressure on Sennett, which obviously he's their star player with 13 points in that half, but kind of contained him a little bit to a certain extent and did a nice job of rotating on that backside, got a couple steals.
And just to kind of show you just how important this game is and how much the coaches are taking this game very seriously, neither team is back out on the floor. And we're less than 3 minutes away from getting this second half started off here. So both coaches taking this very seriously here, getting their guys the right message. And in a game like this, obviously, a lot of implications down the road here as we get closer towards regional time. But I tell you what, both teams are still not out yet, Coach, and probably some good messages going from either side.
I'm sure there is. I call it overcoaching. When I'm too long at halftime, I call it overcoaching. But, no, in all seriousness, I know Coach Link and their coach are doing some nice jobs, probably adjusting a few things. Took a little restroom break there. We had a little break there ourselves. But I was down there and I heard Princeville's coaches talking about what A-Town's doing to them and how they need to adjust. So I know there's some adjustments being made on the visitor side, and I know Coach Link and his staff, they're going to be doing the same in that home locker room.
Let's take a look at our scoring breakdown here as A-Town leading the way. So we'll start with them. Alex Fouch coming in off the bench here today, and he's been coming in off the bench the last couple of ball games, but he's been doing his part. He comes in with 8 points here at the half to lead the way for A-Town. 6 points for Jacob Hall, 5 points for Riker Darst, 4 points for Aiden Stromson, 3 points for Dre Anderson, that big 3 right before the half. Trey Keenan with 2 points, 2 points for Lucas Andrews, and 2 points for Colby Hightower. For the Princeville side, their leading scorer was Tucker Sennett, as he had 13 points. Behind him was Logan Olszewski, 6 points for him, 4 points for Jake Williams, 2 points for Colin Lowry, and 2 points for Elijah Christensen. That is your scoring breakdown here in this ball game, and we got 2 more great quarters of action ahead of us here. Lincoln Trail Conference basketball here tonight, and I tell you, this is going to be a fun one here, Coach. Very excited to see how this one plays out.
I totally agree with you, Wyatt, and what I like is that scoring column for A-Town. We talked about adjustments just a moment ago, but what are you going to do? Who are you going to take out of the game for A-Town when you got all that scoring going on? And as you mentioned, Dre Anderson, who has been the guy scoring 10, 12 points a game for the team the whole year, only has 3 points in that first half, and maybe he'll build off that momentum that last second 3. But that's one of those things, too, you got to look at.
Nothing makes Coach Link smile more than when you tell somebody, hey, this guy only had 3 points, but then your other guys step in. That's just how deep this team is. A-Town had 3 players in double figures on Friday night against Rova Williamsfield. Certainly could be the case here tonight. Third quarter of action underway. Let's play some basketball here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Cross-court pass goes Jacob Hall. Inside pass to Stromson. He'll back down. Turnaround shot. That one no good, but a foul call. Starting things off kind of the way they did in the early part of this ball game, going inside. Kind of saw them go away from that a little bit there, but I kind of like this coming out of the half there, Coach.
Yeah, they had a little set play that didn't work out, but I like the counter on that. They threw it across court, and Aiden had his guy pinned and obviously got the ball inside. Missed the free throw there, though. Gotta make those count. Build on this lead.
Edward pointing out before we went to half, says let's keep it up with the sharp shooters. And yeah, you got plenty of sharp shooters on this team. 0 for 2 from the line, though, for Aiden Stromson. 7:35 to go here. A-Town still leading this one by 5. Right side it goes. Number 22, Caden Blunier. Gets it, Olszewski back to Blunier. Left side it goes now to Jake Williams. Williams, Stromson out there guarding him. Olszewski, pump fake, right side here, Sennett. Tucker Sennett, 13 first half points. Driving inside, he'll go right-handed layup. That one, oh my goodness, that's no good. Somehow Olszewski misses the layup.
I don't know how he did, but that did everything but go down. He should get 1 point for that, right? Halfway down?
Right, it held there on the rim for a second, so I'm fine with that. Boy, could you imagine how, whoa, that one nearly hit the official there as that one hit hard off the padding down there, and
heads up
turnover.
there, Mr. Spivey about got it one right in the forehead there.
Bringing it up the floor here, 6:50 to go, I should say. Williams gets it right side to Sennett. Screen from Lowry. Now another screen from Lowry. Good defense by Colby Hightower on Sennett. Up top, Jake Williams with it. Left side, Olszewski. Free throw line, he'll get it left side to Williams.
I do like the way Princeville's guards come off those screen and rolls, ball screens.
As that one's tipped, stolen away. Here comes Riker Darst, one-on-one the other way. It's poked, stolen away though by Jake Williams. Here comes Princeville the other way. A lot of contact, all ball, and no good on the basket. Good defensive play there without fouling for A-Town. 6:10 to go, A-Town with the basketball. Dre Anderson will slow things down here a little bit. Right side, Colby Hightower with 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Jacob Hall in the corner. That's a whistle and a foul called. It'll be on, I think it'll be on Logan Olszewski. It is. That'll be his second. Team's second here in the quarter.
There's another gamble play. I mean, why get yourself in a situation? Now, granted, he makes the steal, and we're talking differently about that, but get yourself a little bit of foul trouble here. 2 early fouls in this third quarter, and that one really was unnecessary. You had the guy contained and out of the lane, and that's kind of what you want, especially with this amoeba defense they got going on.
Right side it goes to Riker Darst, now to Jacob Hall in the corner. Anderson with it up top. A-Town looking for the first points here in the quarter. Neither team has scored. We're 2.5 minutes into the, 2.5 minutes into the quarter. Got to do my math there real quick. Inside pass, Jacob Hall has a look, puts it up, that's no good. Battle for the rebound. It comes away to the Princes. Jake Williams with it. Able to get back, though. Nice play there defensively. There's a 3, Olszewski by himself left side. Didn't hit the rim. Boy, we haven't seen that much here tonight. Olszewski has gotten some good shots, but that one missed the entire rim.
Looked a little hurried on that, did he not? Yeah, it's just one of those, I think if you're Princeville's coaching staff, you'll probably take that shot 9 times out of 10, but yeah, on that particular one, he just looked a little hurried on that.
Eyes got a little wide, wouldn't you say there, Coach? That's intercepted. Olszewski going to take it back the other way, and he might have lost it. He did step on the baseline, and that'll be another turnover. Both teams a little sloppy here in the early going here. We're 3 minutes in. We don't have any points yet there, Coach.
Well, it's still, there's some excitement going on, but sure not on the scoreboard, which, yeah, maybe you're looking at a set play here if you're Coach Link. You want to get a score here, and honestly, there's been a couple nice-looking shots by A-Town, but they just haven't converted.
Dre Anderson with it. Now Riker Darst up top. 4:45 to go, third quarter. Stromson inside, gets it left side. There's a 3 on the way for Dre Anderson. Off the back of the rim, no good. Riker Darst timed that jump right. Nice play to Hightower. That one blocked away, but a foul is called. How about that play there? Riker Darst getting that offensive rebound, timing the jump. He's not the tallest guy on the floor, but able to time that jump and get the offensive rebound, and now free throws on the way for Colby Hightower.
And we talked about it. Riker Darst is filling up that stat sheet. I would say that's like 5 or 6 rebounds he's got going on with about 3 or 4 assists. But, yeah, you like his game, and you got to like what he's doing out there on the floor if you're Coach Link.
Future is very bright here on the boys' side for A-Town, as you got freshmen like that making plays. Hightower goes 1 for 2 from the line. Free throw line's been a little bit of an issue here in this ball game here for A-Town. They lead, though, by 6. 2-possession ball game.
Well, you got a high-powered offense like Princeville Princes, and they haven't scored here yet to start the third quarter, and got to be kind of happy where you're at on that.
Olszewski's got it. He goes to the corner, now gets it up top. Williams. Brady Day into the ball game, number 2. First time seeing him here in the ball game.
I think you got to get the ball to Sennett and let him drive a little bit, especially after seeing what Roval Williamsville did when Traphagen did that little set play for Sennett, it looks like. Jay Anderson with nice defense.
Left side it goes to Sennett, now to Lowry, coming up on 4 minutes to go. A-Town crowd really starting to get into it here as they watch the defense perform. There's Lowry into the corner. Brady Day from the corner 3. That rattles out no good. Good defense there by A-Town on that possession. Here they come the other way. Here's Dre Anderson with it. Slows down, picks up his dribble, gets it back to Stromson. Nearly a turnover there, right wing. Here's Fouch. He'll drive. Fouch will slow it down, gets it to Anderson in the middle. Free throw line. Kicks it back out. Good ball movement here. Right wing. Fouch thought about it. Drives inside. Gets a closer shot. That one no good. Battle for the rebound. Colin Lowry comes away with it. 3:23 to go. We've seen just 1 point here in the quarter. Still a 6-point ball game. Tucker Sennett brings it up the floor. Gets it left side to Brady Day. Day in. Hands it off. Olszewski to Williams. Williams crosses over, drives, left-handed layup, nice play. Jake Williams going to the basket, laying it up and in. Back to a 4-point game. 2:55 to go, third quarter. 33-29. Hall comes up, gets the screen. Left side to Dre Anderson.
Gotta get the ball in the middle.
Inside pass to Stromson, right side, 3 on the way for Riker. Darce! Oh, that was halfway down and out.
There's that 1.5 points I'm talking about. That did everything but go in.
Man, oh man, that was close. 2.5 minutes to go here in the third. 33-29. Battle as Princeville winning 13 in a row, trying to keep their streak alive. Nice play, turnaround shot, no good. Tucker Sennett, though, going to go to the line. I think this will be for the first time here today. Haven't seen a ton of fouls on the A-Town side. That's their first here in the quarter at 2:18 in the third quarter. And that'll send Sennett to the line.
I'll say this. I like his game. He's got a nice, obviously runs off screens very, very well. And then when he gets the ball in his hands, he drives it pretty well as well.
First one up and good. 14 points now for Sennett. The lead down to 3. 1 possession ball game.
Get Dre a quick rest because it looked like he's getting a little tired against Sennett, chasing him all around.
One more on the way here for Tucker Sennett. As it's on the way, it's up and good. Good shooting stroke there for Sennett. It's back to a 2-point game, 33-31. Princeville trails by 2. A-Town with the basketball, bringing it across the timeline. Right side to Darce, now left side to Fouch. Got some shooters out there. Lucas Andrews out there as well. Jacob Hall, Aiden Stromson, left wing 3 on the way. Fouch rattles that one home! That was a deep, deep 3, and Alex Fouch, a huge basket for A-Town. Williams inside, picks up the dribble, gets it to Olszewski. Williams thought about it, now he'll shoot it.
Short.
3 ball on the way, well short, and a lot of contact. They're gonna call a foul on Jake Williams there. I don't know if that was a frustration after how short he left that one, but a foul is indeed called. That'll be Williams' second. And that's the team's 4th, so A-Town will be in the bonus the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a big 3 and actually put you right back into the halftime score of a 5-point lead. So, again, got to get the ball in the middle here. That's there, nice pass.
Nice pass to Lucas Andrews. Stromson in the middle, and that's no good. Battle for the rebound. Stromson tips it around. Lowry comes away with it. Here's Jake Williams, 1:25 to go here in the third. Inside, gets it outside. Olszewski wide open, corner 3. Off the back of the rim, that's no good. Rebound comes out. Here's Alex Fouch with it. He'll take it left wing. He's feeling it. That one rattles out, though, no good. Fouch in double figures. He's got 11. Driving in the other way is Williams. Williams stops, picks up his dribble. That's tipped. He'll get the ball back now. As we're under a minute to go here. 36-31, a low-scoring third quarter. Williams crosses over, drives, inside. We got a whistle and a foul called on the floor. And that'll be the second foul here in this quarter by A-Town. Not a bad foul there, considering you got some fouls to give with under a minute to go.
True, and I thought maybe that was a shooting foul, but it was close. It was really close on that continuation.
I was going to say, continuation, the NBA, they would have called that. Olszewski will inbound the basketball. 51 seconds to go. Good ball game on our hands. Good to have you along here on TSSR as they get it up top. Tucker Sennett, 42 seconds to go. Sennett drives inside, picks up his dribble, and he dragged his feet a little bit there. He was going just a little too fast. His feet couldn't stop him from sliding up the floor there a little bit, Coach.
I do like his decision, though. I mean, just stop before the defense he got to the defense, and then he's going to put up that shot. His feet, I think, kind of slid into it a little bit.
28 seconds to go. Inside pass, Aiden Stromson. Pump fake, turnaround shot. That one no good. A lot of contact, no call. Here comes Princeville. Jack lead into the ball game here. 15 seconds to go. Tucker Sennett with it up top near the logo. 10 seconds to go. 5-point lead for A-Town. Sennett goes inside. Pump fake, turnaround. Tries to get the shot. That one might have been partially blocked. Olszewski puts the shot up, no good. And that'll end the third quarter. And no harm there. A low-scoring third quarter, but A-Town holds on to their 5-point lead they had at the half. We go to the fourth quarter.
What, 4 points each on that quarter?
4 points apiece, I believe. Indeed. We'll have the fourth quarter for you next on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team. Brent Dugan joining me here this evening. Coach Edward in the comments here as we went to break. Got a question here. You got a team, 13 wins in a row going. What is your strategy going into, let's just say, this fourth quarter here, the rest of this battle? What would you suggest? What would your strategy maybe coming into a ball game like this?
Well, you keep doing what you're doing now. You don't want to shoot yourself out of the lead, and I think, again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. You got to get the ball inside and then play off that part of the offense, whether you kick it to the backside or make backside cuts. I would say just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you're up 5 and play with a 5-point lead. You got to still be aggressive.
Inside they go. They hand it off. Jack Lead loses the handle. Alex Fouch coming the other way, all the way to the basket, missed the layup. A lot of contact, and they're going to call, I think they called a foul. They're going to call a foul on Princeville. It's going to be on number 21, Jack Lee. That'll be his first.
Surprised there wasn't an early call on the foul.
That's what I was wondering. It certainly looked like a foul on that layup attempt by Alex Fouch.
But I'll give Sennett a lot of credit. He hustled back.
Here's Fouch with it. Drives inside. A little floater. Oh, that one from the elbow. Alex Fouch gets that to go. It's a 7-point lead. Biggest lead of the ballgame for A-Town. Nearly poked away again. Gets it back. Right side. Here's Tucker Sennett. 7:25 to go in the fourth. 38-31, excuse me. Jake Williams with it right side. Hands it off to Sennett. Good defense. We got a whistle. Offensive foul called on Princeville.
I agree with that call. He threw a little shoulder in there, and I know that, you know, if you're on Princeville's side, you're probably saying that was a legal screen. But he just threw that shoulder a little bit into that. And back to Edward's question. I mean, it's a good question. Like, when do you keep the pedal to the metal, or when do you take it off and decide to play a little bit more small ball and, hey, take them out of this zone? But right now you got a little bit of momentum in this game. I just as soon keep it. And this isn't a bad idea, just kind of keeping it, playing catch out here until you get something you like.
Kissick rooting for A-Town here in the comments. He is pretty happy with what he sees as Riker Darce swings it into the corner. Alex Fouch drives the baseline. A lot of contact, and he's going to get called for a travel.
I don't like the demeanor of A-Town right now. They keep throwing their arms up in the air and acting like they're getting not getting the calls. You gotta keep doing what you're doing, and I don't understand why you gotta feel sorry for yourself and do some stuff like that. That shows up the referee, and that's not going to get you any calls.
Yeah, and the officials are just letting them play right now. Nice inside pass. That one laid up and in. Elijah Christensen gets another basket. Lead back down to 5, 38-33 the score. 6.5 to go here in the fourth.
Got to play with some poise and composure.
Inside pass, that one tipped, stolen away. Then it's a whistle and a late foul called on Alex Fouch. And there the hands go up again. He couldn't believe that call. Thought he got all ball on that one.
Keep your cool, A-Town. Just keep your cool. That's all you got to do.
6:21 to go here. Second foul here, or first foul, I should say, on A-Town.
And quite honestly, you don't turn the ball over, and that doesn't happen. I mean, that's the other part of this. And again, we want to get the ball in the middle, and that's what I've said all along. And obviously, that wasn't the greatest pass through to the defensive side of things there.
Right, or excuse me. Free throw line, kicks it into the corner. A three on the way for Lee.
That's
that
long.
one way strong. Here comes A-Town the other way. Gets it to Fouch, goes all the way to the basket. A lot of contact, no call. And they didn't blow the whistle.
What's going on here?
What is going on here?
Coach Link's got to calm down a little bit. You kind of got all fired up there. I don't know what happened.
We didn't hear a whistle. Did you hear a whistle?
I did not hear a whistle, but we got these headphones on, so.
Well, I was asking our camera girl, too, and said she didn't hear a whistle. A-Town's going to get – are they going to get possession out of this? What in the world was that?
The principal coach is over here raising his hand. Can I ask a question? What are you guys doing? I don't blame him either. I don't blame the principal coach.
Well, Coach Link was red hot after the no foul call, and now the officials are coming together and seeing what in the world is going on. And the Princeville side is trying to point the officials to saying, hey, he shot it, it went out of bounds, and we're going to play basketball.
Well,
Tornado basketball.
Sometimes when you blow a call like that, you just I don't know.
That is one of the weirdest things I think I've ever seen. It's tipped and stolen away, so Princeville gets it back, and then they lose it. Boy, both sides uncharacteristically making some very interesting plays here. Inside, Aiden Stromson goes up and under. Offensive rebound, he tips it back up and in. We got a whistle and a timeout. Coach Link wanting to calm his players down. 7-point lead. A-Town with the lead. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Any intentions of a call?
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team. Brent Dugan joining us here on the call as well. 7-point lead. We saw a lot of chaos right there before we went to right before we went to break, I should say. But Coach Link wanting to call a timeout, calm his guys down. Like you said, it just feels like they're trying to rush some things here a little bit. And it's been uncharacteristic of the game that they've played so far here. The officials not really calling some stuff, and some players are getting frustrated. So that, I think, was a good timeout by Coach Link.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's a real good timeout, and just kind of get your composure back and your poise. Maybe the unfortunate part about that timeout, though, is you might have had Princeville kind of on the ropes a little bit because they were getting kind of out of their game a little bit too. So maybe both coaches can get both these teams calmed down and just play some good basketball. Williams hands it off right side. Olszewski will shoot it from the wing. That one no good. He's been quiet since the first half. Up top, Olszewski pump fakes, gets it to Sennett. That's good cover up by Dre Anderson there. Olszewski, by the way, hasn't hit a bucket since the first half. He hit 2 threes. I jinxed him, didn't I, Wyatt? Jake Williams with it. 5:10 to go, hands it off left side. Here's Lead. Lead hands it off back to Sennett. Coming up on 5 minutes to go. Sennett goes inside, picks up the dribble, whistle and a foul call. I thought he traveled on that call. I thought he did too there for a minute, but A-Town will pick up their second foul. Who'd they call that one on? That's on Alex Fouch, and that's his fourth. I would say just when Sennett gets the ball, it seems like we're guarding him out there 40 feet. I would back off him a little bit. Now, if scouting report says he can hit that 40-foot shot, then all power to him. But I would back off him a little bit and not let him drive the basketball. Good curl cut there. Right side, there's a three. Tucker Sennett on the inbounds play. That's up and good. Sennett, a big basket. That gets them right back in this thing. It's a 4-point ball game.
as Tucker sent it with 18 points. Those might be the biggest ones here in this ball game. 4:44 to go. Hightower gets it up top to Stromson, right side to Jacob Hall.
Little man-to-man here.
Hall going to drive. He's going to go to the baseline. A lot of contact, a bump, and a foul called on Princeville. I think 35. That is Elijah Christensen. That'll be his first foul. You don't know in a game like this. We've seen it all here tonight. A nice pass to Jacob Hall on the inbounds play. Nice cut.
Oh.
Colby Hightower lost it off his kneecap. Driving the other way. Here's Sucker Sennett. He'll go left-handed layup, lay it up and in. Here come the Princes. They're down by 2. 40-38 our score. 4:15 to go here in the fourth. Right side, Anderson. He's got it up top. Gets it left side to Hightower. Hightower gets a screen. Hands it off to Dre Anderson. Back to Hightower. Looking for help. Gets it in. Tries to get it inside to Stromson. That one tipped around and stolen away Elijah Christensen.
Those are two bad turnovers right there. You didn't get any. You got empty possessions, and obviously Princeville's turned it up a little bit, and they're getting into that lane.
That one up and good. Jake Williams ties the ball game from the free throw line. We're tied at 40. 3:43 to go here in this one. Hightower brings it across the timeline, gets it to Hall. Hall inside to Anderson. Anderson gets it back to Hall. Left side, 3.5 to go. Right side, Darce, right wing, 3 on the way. That's a big one! 3 on the way from the freshman. Riker Darst with 8. 43-40. Whistling a foul called.
I don't mind that foul. That's an aggressive foul. Jacob, I thought, maybe had a chance of getting the steal, and big shot by Riker Darst and bringing old Lucas Andrews in the ball game. Probably play defense on either, I would imagine, Sennett or even Williams, the way those two are driving the basketball right now. I know Lucas Andrews can play some defense, that's for sure.
3:20 to go here in the fourth. What a ball game. Christensen looking to get it in. That one nearly intercepted. A lot of contact, no call. Jacob Hall comes away with it. Good defensive possession by A-Town. A whistle. They're going to call a blocking foul on Princeville. That'll be on Tucker Sennett. That'll be his second foul here in the ball game.
That was really close to being a charge.
I thought it was pretty close too there, Coach. Edward agrees with you there earlier, Coach. Slow down, do court vision, see everything coming to you. No outside passes, no NBA passes, as he's calling them here in this one. That was when we talked about the strategy here in the fourth quarter. Hall tries to kick that one to the baseline. Had Andrews wide open, but it's tipped out of play. Nice play there by Princeville to save a potential three-point basket there.
He tried to get Lucas Andrews to kind of do a back cut there, but I think more importantly, what is Lucas going to do with it once that pass is being made?
They go back up top. Riker Darst sets up. 3 minutes to go here in the fourth. Princeville, winners of 13 in a row. A-Town looking to get to 500 on the season. What a ball game we've had here on TSSR. Lucas Andrews with it right side. Up top, 2:45 left. Jacob Hall with it, backs down. Right-handed layup, banks that one up and in. Jacob Hall.
What I like about that move is Aiden Stromson did a nice job. They had a little high-low game with Jacob Hall and Stromson, and Stromson just kind of a little bit of a moving screen, but more so it's how hard he posted up. And when you post up that hard, you're going to have good things happen.
Tucker Sennett, step back 3, trying to get an answer in the shooter's touch. Tucker Sennett.
You got to hedge the screen, and I think that's what Coach Lynx is upset about. You got to hedge it.
45-43 the score. Timeout on the floor. Princeville wants to talk it over. We'll take a timeout as well. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that I'll be there.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed, Brent Dugan joining me here as well, as we've got 2:19 to go here in the fourth. Down to the wire here. A-Town with a 2-point lead over Princeville Princes, winners of 13 in a row coming into this one. And, boy, we've seen some good back and forth here throughout this ball game here, Coach. And now's when it gets serious here, these last 2:19.
I was just getting ready to say, he called timeout for a reason. He's going full court press here, and it looks like Coach Link had something set up, so that's good.
Dre Anderson, a football pass from the quarterback, tipped right to Stromson, who gets up and lays that one up and in. Just like they drew it up, Aiden Stromson gets it to go.
I don't know if that was intentional by the freshman there, Riker Garst, but let's give him credit for it, right? Let's give him another assist to fill that stat sheet.
Tipped it right to him. What a play. What a throw there by Dre Anderson, of course, the quarterback for the A-Town football team. Under 2 minutes to go, 1:55 left. 4-point game. Driving inside, that's Tucker Sennett. Blocked away, but a foul is called.
Help side defense has got to come from that backside there. Would have eliminated that play, and obviously there's a nice set called there by Princeville coming out of their timeout.
1:51 to go here, as that is the fourth on A-Town here in the quarter. That foul on Stromson, that'll be his second. Send it to the line. He's got 23 here tonight. First one on the way. It's up, rattles around, and he's got that shooter's touch. It's going to go in almost every time. Back to a one-possession ball game here, 47-44. Fouch will check in for Lucas Andrews.
Boy, exciting game here, Wyatt. This is a nice little game.
Elijah Christensen in for Princeville as well. Tucker Sennett puts it up and gets it to go. 25 points for Tucker Sennett.
They're going to run someone at you, run and jump. Here they come. They're going to come at you.
47-45 now is the score. Nice pass to Stromson. Corner on the way. Fouch on the way. Oh, that would have been a big one. Crowd would have lost their mind here. Up top, Stromson. 1:35 left. Nearly lost it. They do lose it. Here comes Jake Williams with it. 2-point ball game. Minute and a half to go. Into the corner. Olszewski thought about it.
That's a shot he would have hit with us jinxing him earlier.
Jake Williams with it. 1:18 to go. Free throw line. That's his spot. He gets it to go. He ties it. Jake Williams from the free throw line. 70 seconds to go. We're tied at 47. Up top, it's Jacob Hall. Inside, Aiden Stromson. Kicks it right side to Anderson. 1 minute to go. Inside, Anderson gets the foul called. And that'll send Dre Anderson to the line, and it'll put A-Town into the bonus.
And you're putting your best defensive skill set out there right now. I don't know if you put Lucas Andrews back into the game or not. I think Coach Link and Coach Batson are talking about it. Or you put Trey in, and there you go. You put both Lucas and Trey in.
First one on the way. It's up and good for Dre Anderson. He's got 4 points here tonight.
What you may lose off rebounding here, you're going to gain with just a little bit more athleticism, better rotation, and I think that's what you need, especially with their guard lineup they got going on. Nice.
Two for two from the line there. Good trip for Dre Anderson. He's got 5.
I would pick Smith and send it up earlier. That way they can't get ahead of steam on you to get in that lane like they're doing.
Here comes Williams inside. Loses the handle. Out of bounds off his kneecap. It'll be A-Town basketball.
Now you put your free throw shooting lineup back in the game. Fouch with 4 fouls. Bring him back in. Take Lucas Andrews and Trey back out with Aiden.
Timeout called by Princeville. We'll keep it here. 46.3 seconds to go. As you mentioned, Coach, what a ball game we have been witnessing here tonight. A-Town really grinding this one out here. They led early in this ball game, 11-4. Princeville tries to fight back, and we've just been going back and forth really since midway through the second quarter. Neither side wanting to give an inch, and we got a 2-point game here with 45 seconds to go.
Yeah, and actually the stronger man wins the game right now. And what I mean by that is you got to be strong with the basketball, strong of mind. Princeville's calling that timeout for a reason. They're going to get in some type of trap or run and jump. You should expect that on the A-Town side. Don't leave your feet. Look at what the defense is giving you and take advantage of it. And if you're strong with the ball, you're going to be shooting free throws.
49-47 our score, as we've got 46.3 seconds to go.
Read Jacob Hall on a long pass here. He's going to cross screen, and they're going to down screen him.
There he goes down the court. They get it inside to Fouch. Riker Darst going to take it up the court. Nice pass to Hall. Inside, lays it up and in. Big basket for Jacob Hall. He's in double figures. A-Town leads by 4. 32 seconds to go. Up top, it's Sennett. Spins. Step back jumper on the way. That one's short. Rebound. Aiden Stromson gets it. Fouch. He is fouled. With 22.5 seconds to go, Alex Fouch going to go to the line.
I think I'd back everyone off the free throw line here. You don't want a dumb foul with the clock stopped. You want everybody back. Jacob Hall, get back. Unless he's picking up the dribbler or something. You don't want a dumb foul with the clock stopped. Right now your clock's and is your opponent.
First one rattles out. That's no good. Still a 2-possession game. Alex Fouch. One more chance at the free throw line. And now Jacob Hall takes your advice. He'll step back. Trey Keenan into the game, by the way. Next one for Fouch is up and good. We got a whistle. We got a substitution. Andrews will come in for Fouch. A little defensive substitution there. 22.5 seconds to go. It's 52-47.
You want to fall back, but you don't want them getting a running start.
Here comes Williams. He's got it. Step back 3. That's on the way. That's up and good. A big one. Jake Williams
get the
for
ball
3. 52-50 our score.
Oh, heads up.
Here's Andrews with it. He'll bring it across the timeline.
Call timeout.
5 seconds left.
Timeout.
A whistle. A foul is called with 4.3 seconds to go. Coach Link's looking around. I think he was trying to call a timeout. He didn't get it.
The reason I say call timeout, it looked like Lucas was going right to a trap zone. And obviously I think Coach Links was just weighing his, he said, I tried to call timeout.
So Lucas Andrews to the line. First one on the way. It rattles out. 4.3 seconds to go. Lucas Andrews.
Make this one, buddy.
Chance to make it a 3-point ball game. It's up. And it rattles out, no good. Rebound, 3 seconds, and we'll have a timeout called with 3.1 seconds. They might add a few seconds back onto the clock.
If I was Princeville, I'd be asking for it.
A full timeout for Princeville, 52-50 the score. Got to bring it up the whole length of the court here. You don't have a lot of time here, Coach. What's the play with this situation here with 3 seconds to go?
A-Town wants to get Princeville going away from the hoop, so they want them getting the ball going the other direction. Don't let them get ahead of steam on you with Sennett and Smith, the way they can drive the basketball. I'm sure with those two, you throw the ball in the middle to maybe a big kid, one of your bigger guys, and get those two cutting on the sides and do some type of play like that and get them downhill. Also, what plays in a factor here is that 4th foul. The next foul is a 5th foul. It gets them to the free throw line. So if you're Sennett or Smith or even any type of dribbler for Princeville, you're going to try to get into A-Town's defense, into the body a little bit, try to get yourself to a foul line, especially with the clock going against you at 3.1 seconds. That is a lot of time, though. I will say that.
Yep.
You don't think about it in.
Well, when you've got good athletes on the floor like Princeville does, we've seen guys flying up and down the floor here all ball game here. So they've got guys who can go the length of the floor in a good second and a half, 2 seconds that, hey, they're going to have a chance to maybe get this thing close and potentially even draw that foul that would send them to the free throw line.
If I'm A-Town, I'm going to show like I'm pressing them, and then I'm going to let them catch everything in front of me. Don't let anything going deep or downhill.
3.1 seconds to go. Jake Williams will inbound the basketball. Trey Keenan will guard him on the – I like this, getting him up and inbounding the ball.
Tall, and I bet you they're going to try to get Sennett on the run.
Here's the throw up. Olszewski at midcourt. There's a 3 on the way for the win. Sennett, no good. A-Town pulls it off. The 13-game winning streak is over for Princeville. A-Town wins it 52-50.
That was a good shot to get off there with 3.1 seconds left.
That was a good play. They drew up for sure. But that is going to do it. How about that ball game there, Coach? 52-50. A-Town knocks off the Princes, suffering just their 4th loss of the season. And A-Town will go to 500. And they've got a lot of home games, a lot of winnable games here down the stretch. This, as you mentioned, can be the jumping pad to potentially a good run here down the stretch.
No, you got to be really pleased if Coach Link, that was a tester all the way throughout. And you like what Princeville Princes obviously won 13 in a row for a reason and haven't lost since, what'd you say, December 13th? So what they brought to the table and how they did things. And obviously Coach Link is probably even has some coaching points like we got to make free throws, guys. But he does have to like how his team came out and played tonight and played as a whole, played as a good team, as a team there tonight and got it done.
Got it done indeed. They had to hold their breath up until the final second. Tucker Sennett had a look at it, but the final score 52-50. As we take a look at our scoring breakdown here, Alex Fouch leading the way. He hit some big baskets there down the stretch. Fouch leading the way with 14 points for A-Town. 10 points for Jacob Hall here tonight. Riker Darst with 8. Aiden Stromson with 8. 2 points for Trey Keenan. 3 points for Colby Hightower. And 2 points for Lucas Andrews. For Princeville, what a day for Tucker Sennett, and it's in a losing effort, but he had a wonderful day here, leading all scorers with 25 points. That kid can play some basketball there, Tucker Sennett. Very talented kid, and he's going to be a handful for a lot of people for sure. Jake Williams with 13 points. 6 points in the ball game for Logan Olszewski. He did not score in the entire second half. Had some looks.
I jinxed him.
He
did you know that was my play on the whole night?
It might have been. It might have been. So Logan Olszewski finishes with the 6 points he had at half. Elijah Christensen with 4 points. 2 points for Colin Lowry from the free throw line here in this one. Wow, what a ball game there. As A-Town will move to 11-11 on the season.
Yeah, that's a huge win, and you know, the other teams are looking around now saying, ooh, A-Town, that's a team that, you know, maybe you still have your schedule that you just can't say, oh, that's an easy win. They're a 500 club. They just knocked off Princeville Princes here on a Tuesday night and looked good in doing it, and nothing to take away from either team, because I thought both teams played very, very hard. I thought the refs let them play to a certain point.
Yep.
But I'd also say I saw some good play, and I saw some things that the coaches will probably say, hey, we aren't going to do that anymore, and we're going to learn from that.
Well, and as I look at A-Town, since they came back from the holiday break, so since January 3rd, they are 6-3, and their losses have only been, I think 12 was the biggest loss they had. 12-point loss to Macomb, 11 points to Bureau Valley, and a 9-point loss to Galva. So, I mean, these even in the games that they aren't winning, they're playing hard. They're playing good basketball here. 6-3 though is a good stretch. They've won 2 in a row, and they knock off one of the good teams in this area of the state, Princeville, who had won 13 in a row coming in. I know a lot of people were talking about that for sure. 17-3, coming in. But boy, what a big win! And again, this is just going to be something that you think should be the leaping pad here potentially for the A-Town Tornadoes going down the stretch as the season winding down here over the next couple of weeks. But boy, what a game we had. A-Town got off to a fast start in that first quarter. It was 11-4 lead, and then Princeville came roaring back, took the lead. It was back and forth, a 5-point lead for A-Town at the half. Low-scoring affair in the third quarter there, kind of a grinded-out kind of game in that third quarter.
Oh, you and I took a nap in the third quarter.
After all that action we saw there for sure, but and then in that fourth quarter, boy, just some great action, some great shots from some great athletes here on both sides. I mean, can't take anything away. Jake Williams hit some big shots, I thought, here for Princeville as well. They've got some athletes here. And this is going to be a team that is going to be a force here come playoff time there, Coach.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And as you mentioned, 6-3 since however long ago, and 3 of those losses, one on a neutral site to Macomb Bombers. Oh, by the way, they're pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Galva's having a heck of a year. That was at Galva. And then Bureau Valley, I know that was during the school week. So that's a long travel as it is, and I'm sure I'm not giving them any excuses. I know Coach Lynn, Coach Batson, Coach Pierce won't give them any excuses. But I don't care who you are. We're riding on a bus. How can you get all amped up to go play basketball after about an hour and 45-minute drive? But more importantly, I thought, you know, A-Town came out to play, as you mentioned, lost a little bit of their swagger there in the second quarter, lost the lead a little bit, but rebalanced things and got it done there right before halftime and didn't relinquish the lead after that.
They did not, and A-Town will move again to 11-11. They will take on West Central on Friday night, which we will be there. I will be broadcasting that game from Biggsville, so looking forward to that. Biggsville, West Central, that'll be a good Friday night matchup. And then Saturday, they'll be back here at home, a little afternoon contest against Illini West. I will not be on that call. Our friend Kenny will be on the call for that one on Saturday. Back at it again, a home contest against Knoxville on Tuesday. Thursday against West Prairie here at home. A lot of home games there. You want to win in front of your home crowd, and that home crowd was big here tonight there. They were getting at it. A good back and forth between the two fan bases. Princeville brought a good crowd here tonight, but, you want to win those games in front of that home crowd.
Oh, absolutely, and you always applaud the team that's an hour away and brings a good crowd, and obviously if they got good basketball to watch, they're going to come and watch it. And I know that we get kind of I take that for granted sometimes on some of the teams that we have, or some of the games that we have and the following we have, and the support system from just the community. Sometimes you take that for granted as a coach, but it does keep you pumped up. It does keep the game a little more lively, especially when a referee doesn't make the call that's satisfying to that group. But I really liked the student section too. I thought they were in the game the whole game, and mainly the I saw the girls over there. So
I was going to say, I saw some of your girls representing there as well tonight.
Yep. So it's good for them to see a game like that and kind of feel a little bit nervous, as some people do. But as I told everybody, with nervous, that means you're doubting your abilities. And I thought A-Town did a nice job of doing things to their ability tonight, and obviously got the big W.
Well, with that being said, we're waiting for Coach Link to come on up here and chat. I think he's out of the locker room right there.
Oh, he's doing cartwheels, Wyatt.
He's going to come right up here and chat with us. By the way, Coach, we'll chat with you on Monday as you take on Stark County.
Night.
One last game, one senior night, one last game for the regular season. You guys have won 10 in a row. You got Knoxville tomorrow and then Peoria Notre Dame there on Thursday. Two big matchups there for you. I know you're looking forward to that before we sign you off.
Yep, looking forward to it, and please come see us that last home game for the seniors, 4 seniors that we got on Monday night. It will be a JV game and then a varsity game to follow.
All right.
I know there's been a little questions on some of that stuff, but please come see us play. And big win by here, Coach Link, and I know he's going to have a few cliches as a coach and how he did it and how coached everybody tonight, right, Coach? Here you go, buddy.
All right, he's going to hand off the headset there. Appreciate you, Coach Duke. Hey, come out on any more of those home games. You want to come up and chat, we'll do that the rest of the year here on the boys' side, as he's the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes girls basketball team. That was Brent Dugan, you heard. And now with the headset here, it's the A-Town boys basketball coach, Corey Link, joining us here. Coach, what a ball game here tonight. Princeville comes in winning 13 in a row, only lost 3 games all season long. Your guys grinded it out. Now, it was tricky. There was some moments where you thought maybe losing their composure a little bit, but able to pull it out here in the end and stop the 13-game winning streak for Princeville.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that you said it right there, gutted it out. You know, I thought at halftime, I thought we played a really, really good first half, and I'm like, now how do we sustain that? And I knew they were going to make a run. I knew, and third quarter kind of got to a lull. It was kind of a drawn. It went by quick. Third quarter went by quick, but neither team was in any sync. And then fourth quarter quickly changed. You're hanging on to a lead, and the clock's just sitting there at 5.5 minutes. You're like, oh, God, come on. But, no, they made a run, and we got a little sloppy. A few turnovers there late, but give the guys a lot of credit, man. We grinded it out, and we made plays when we needed to make plays, and huge team win for us. That's a really, really good team. Hopefully we see them a couple more times, LTC tournament and matchup in the postseason-wise. Hopefully we see them a couple more times because that's a really, really good team. That's a great win for us.
Certainly is. It's your 11th win of the season. You guys moved to 500, and Coach Dugan and I were talking here just before you came up here. These kind of wins, as you look at them, could be the springboard to some good momentum down the stretch. Now, obviously, you got to go out there and win the rest of your ball games here, and you got some winnable games, especially here at home. But what does this kind of win do to your program as you guys get ready to head down the home stretch, knowing that you guys can compete with guys like Princeville in a setting like this?
Right. And we talked about a huge momentum boost for us. I kind of told the team, and I think I told you on Friday, I felt like maybe this was kind of a curve on Friday, taking on Rova, and we kind of built off that. I thought we didn't play great tonight, but hey, if we're going to be able to take care of business on our home floor against a really good team, we'll take it. We will absolutely take it. But no, it's a huge momentum, and it shows what we're capable of. I kind of had high expectations coming into the year. We found our ruts. We've played well at times, and then there's been times where we've just kind of been here. Just kind of going through the motions. But tonight, I think it's huge for the guys to stick one out, gut one out, get that last shot to not go in. Knowing our luck, I'd seen it go in, especially number 3 got it, and I'm like,
that was a good look.
It was a good look, but no, luckily it was on our side tonight. But it is a huge momentum for us, and now we just can't relax. We got to take care of business on Friday against a team that's going to battle. They might not be the greatest win total wise against West Central, but they're gonna fight. They're gonna battle, well coached, and then no rest for the weary. We got a really good team in here Saturday too. So.
Yeah, we got quite a bit of games coming down the stretch here for you guys here, and we'll have quite a few of those here on TSSR, which you can join us for that here. Again, Alex Fouch was hitting some big shots there down the stretch, and you just had a lot of guys doing the right thing there. But one of the guys that really stepped in here today and who's really played well the last couple of weeks, and I know that's why he's getting the starting time, why we haven't seen him on the JV games. Riker Darst, the freshman coming in. He made some big plays here tonight. He filled up the stat sheet, especially early on in the game, but making some plays down the stretch as well. I mean, as a freshman, getting a kid to come in like that as a freshman has got to be very exciting for not only this season but for the future of the program.
No, I mean we knew what he was capable of, and you know it was talked about maybe to start the season with him that way, but I kind of wanted him to get his feet wet, you know, and we were, like I said, we've been in a lull. We've been kind of searching for that big momentum. So last week we decided that hey, we might as well change something up, and it was nothing that needed to be done, nothing to do with Alex or anything like that. But figured change up the team a little bit, put Riker in, pass first guy, you know, sees the floor extremely well. And that benefits the team a lot by just having a guy that can see the floor, make you better. And then we thought, well, change of pace with Alex coming off the bench, and those guys were huge. And Alex has kind of accepted that and really ran with it. Really, you know, the last 2 games he's been huge for us. But no, Riker, he's doing what we expected him to do, I guess. And it's no shock to us that he's a freshman doing those things, because we expect huge things from him the rest of the way. And he's kind of gonna be our catalyst, really. Get the ball in his hands, and he makes everybody better, and that's makes your life a little bit easier as a coach.
It certainly does when you got kids coming in there and making plays like that. Talking to the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes boys basketball team here, Corey Link here. Coach, again, before we let you go here, I know you got a busy stretch here ahead of you guys. Your game on Friday on the road against Bigsville, or against West Central, I should say, then back at it on Saturday, then Tuesday, Thursday. I mean, what is kind of the approach as you get ready for those games here, making sure that you're still playing good basketball, but you don't want to tire your guys out before that end of the stretch?
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, it's about just getting on a momentum swing and just taking care of business. You know, I don't like the back-to-back nights, especially this late in the season. But no, we'll handle it. It's at least we don't have kind of a week to prepare. Normally we're Tuesday, Friday, and I think last year we were even Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, straight into postseason on a Saturday.
Right.
And so this year it's kind of a change of pace, you know, with the LTC tournament moving to the last week, kind of gives us a little bit of a break to prepare for postseason. So I don't mind it too much getting these back-to-backs in, but no, I if we can win, if we can keep taking care of business, I'll take it, you know. So but it'll be tough, you know. We got a lot of quality opponents still left to play, so it's never going to be an easy night. And I like where we're heading. I like where we're standing at the moment, and we got some goals to accomplish here left.
As we get ready to head down the home stretch, going to be a fun ride, and he's the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes, Corey Link joining us, and we'll chat with him again potentially on Friday in Bigsville. We'll be there on Friday night against West Central, so
I'll come down and see you.
Potentially look forward to seeing you there, but if not, we'll see you for the next home game here. Big win there, though, again tonight. A lot of fun watching this one there. Coach, congratulations. And on to the next one there on Friday.
Right. On to the next one. Thanks, Wyatt. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Again, head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes, Corey Link, joining us here on TSSR. That's going to wrap it up for us here on our broadcast. So once again, the A-Town Tornadoes, a massive win. They moved to 500 on the season and snap a 13-game winning streak from the Princeville Princes by winning this one here tonight. Final score 52-50. What a game. What an absolute blast of a ball game to watch here. Pleasure doing this one here for you tonight. And we'll be back at it again on Friday. Friday nights we'll have the game in Bigsville against West Central. That's kind of a home base for me. A little closer of a drive for me, but looking forward to that. And then Saturday we will have the broadcast. I will not be here for the broadcast of the boys game against the Illini West, but Kenny will be in here, and he will be doing a great job. And then I'll talk to you again on Tuesday here for A-Town's game. What is that Tuesday against? Let me see here. That is against Knoxville. So some big games down the stretch. A lot of games here at home. But our next game for A-Town Sports will be here on Friday on the road as the A-Town Tornadoes will take on the West Central Heat. And we'll have that for you JV and varsity, I believe, and it's going to be a good time in Biggsville, Illinois. So until then, we'll talk to you down the road. Some more basketball coming here throughout the course of the week, so make sure you check it out on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. For our camera girl, Alyssa, and head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, Brent Dugan, my name's Wyatt Reed. It's been a pleasure broadcasting this one here for you tonight. Once again, the final score, 52-50, A-Town with the lead over the Princes. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you again on Friday on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.